Straight up high tide, almost 80 degrees, almost 8:30 in the morning, very early. We've been studying weather, and guess what, T-Rex? Not really very good news in the weather department. Great if you like hot beach weather, chilly water, catbird chasing a crow. Nice glassy water right now. The atmosphere decoupled last night, and even with the decoupling, we only cooled to 71 in Boston. How wet has it been? What were those little blue things called again on TV a long time ago? I forgot. Smurfs. Any Smurfs in there? It's a Smurfy morning in New England. It looks beautiful right here. A little less smoke in the sky right now. Smoke is not the issue. More storms are the issue. Here's the satellite image this morning. Well-defined circulation, low pressure over western New York and Ontario. Ahead of it, there's a decaying line of showers and thunderstorms over New York, and there's going to be a new line forming. You can almost make that out a little bit, western Pennsylvania. And that's going to be a significant line of thunderstorms that may actually generate some large hail and potentially even a tornado or two in northern New York and western Vermont late today and tonight. National Weather Service guidance. There's a lot of instability in the atmosphere. The lifted index, lift a parcel from the ground up to 500 millibars. That's about 18,000 feet. And that parcel is going to be about 7 degrees Celsius warmer than its environment. That's a lifted index of -7, and that just means it's buoyant atmosphere. Another measure is convective available potential energy, and that is also a sign of buoyancy in the atmosphere of 1,500 to 2,000 joules per kilogram. So all this means is the thunderstorms coming in today and tomorrow are going to be intense and severe, and there will be damaging storms and some flash flooding once again. Now, the nature of these storms, though, is to be moving pretty well, so a town can get an inch or two of rain in a very short time, but it's not a big widespread rain like the last storms. But nevertheless, it's not good news. It's more west and north today, and then it's more south and east right over the Blue Hill Observatory tomorrow. Jim Cantori is on the plane this morning coming up. Weather follows Jim, weather follows Tim. And I wish I had better news for that. Tonight there's an event at the Blue Hill. It's not open, it's invite only. We're going to have the ribbon cutting on the Michmichael's Hall for Scientific Discovery. And then tomorrow it is open to the public, and there are still tickets available for that one. It's called Evening Among the Stars, and stars being Jim and Tim and others and Harvey, and so many meteorologists are coming. I think Jack's filling, Chris Gloninger. T-Rex, are you coming? Nope, you're not invited, especially with that attitude. And there are going to be showers and thunderstorms, probably decaying right as the sun goes down. Hot, humid weather. Lifted index in Boston tomorrow is -9 degrees. That is a parcel of air lifted from the surface to 500 millibars tomorrow in Boston is 9 degrees warmer than its environment. And when you lift a parcel and it's warmer, that creates less dense air. Think of it as a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon rises because the air inside of it is much less dense than the air around it, and that is the case with the lifted index tomorrow in Boston, and even today. But there's not as much of a trigger. There's a front stalled right over New England right now, and that front has low pressure moving across northern New England and southern Canada today, and then there's another one coming right over southern New England tomorrow. And then Saturday we're kind of in between. Do you see that bird almost just hit me? T-Rex, please. Birds over here, dog over there. Low pressure comes right across southern New England tomorrow night, and then Saturday looks better. Here's your 3 to 5 day from the weather.us of the European model. And you see the red line is the temperature near 90 tomorrow. Yesterday, Boston 91, first 90 of the season. Hoo-hoo. Yeah. Stop. Tomorrow, there's an exclamation point inside of a triangle over Boston at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That is indicative of potential heavy weather. Severe thunderstorms are likely in southern New England tomorrow. Saturday off. Sunday, more showers and storms come in. Sunday night, Monday, another batch of heavy rain. Let's just look at the QPF, quantitative precipitation forecast. Add up all the rain over the next 10 days. Not good. More than 5 inches forecast. At least it's most of the bullseyes outside of Vermont. One strip to the north today, another strip across central and southern New England tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Sunday, Monday, and then next week, more showers and storms. All the water has to go somewhere. That dam in Wrightsville has only come down a foot or two, and more rain forecast in Vermont. I think more of the severe weather threat's probably greater than the flood threat, but there will be localized flash flooding. Probably not enough to keep the rivers, get the rivers back to flood stage, but that dam is so full. The water goes down from the mountains in New Hampshire into the Merrimack River, some into the Connecticut River in Vermont, into the Hudson River, and some into the Connecticut River. So the Connecticut River is fed by mountains in Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and this is what the Connecticut River has done over the last several days. Neil, Sunset Acres on Twitter, showed us what it looked like on Monday and Tuesday, and then yesterday, and now this morning. The dock is completely underwater with debris accumulating. Chris Graham had his drone footage of one of the docks that broke loose getting stuck. This one from Glastonbury getting stuck at the train bridge. You look at the Haddam Connecticut River gauge, and it shows it's at moderate flood. It's up about 7 feet since Monday, and it's supposed to stay in moderate flood for the next several days. And with more rain incoming, the Connecticut River now also. There's boats attached to docks floating down the Connecticut River. Yesterday was a work day, very busy day. I'll take you on that journey while I come over here and see what is the problem with you. Look at this barking. Ghost. What is it, Rex? What is it? Stop that. What is it? Anyhow, Rex stayed home yesterday. You have to guess what I was doing. There was some heavy lifting involved. Full service. And the day was interesting. I learned something new from Chuck Stockdale. He's always an out-the-door weather and more. He's a big fan and helps me out so much. Thank you, Chuck. Talked to Charlie Brown, Charlie Orloff, and Charlie Stockdale. Charles, all Charleses, yesterday, which is really interesting. And then riddle for Jim Cantori from my neighbor David Salant. And then winding up at one of the world's most popular beaches at dinner time. Look how crowded it was. Good to see you again, Chuck Brown. Charles Brown. His dad, Charles Brown, was my teacher in high school. Charlie Brown in printing shop at Cape Cod Tech. Anyhow, out the door weather and much more. Talk to you tomorrow. Looks like a fun load there. A couple of slides. Where's he going? What's going on a dock? Oh yeah. Opposite of fun police. Fun supplier. Yeah. Putting in a lawn in July is a brave maneuver, but it's been a good season for that. That's Route 137 in Harwich. It's 87 degrees at 10:30 in the morning on Cape Cod with still air. Wow, almost a heat wave down here. Wait till you see what today's project is. Always something. Give you a hint. It's gonna be big and heavy. Terry's Appliance, full service, Adam. Something big and heavy. Nice. Oh, a little too tall. Can we put it on its side or its back?
I'm gonna put it right on its back.
Nice.
More room?
You
should be able to slide that stuff around the side.
Thank you very much, Adam.
No problem.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Kind of warm today.
Shit. Dying over here.
Counting crows. 1, 2, 3, 4. $90 degrees. Midday sun, Cape Cod, July 12th. That's funny. I used to have a crow sign right there. What's he looking at? What do you see? It's all yours.
machine.
What do you got there, Chuck? Not too much drippage going on.
Yeah,
What are you
dishwasher
doing?
From 1990.
You want to go out the door?
We're going out the door with CLS Plumbing and more.
The last dishwasher made in the 60s or maybe 70s. They don't make them like this anymore. Ah! Wait, say that? I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
All right, come on there.
What do you do with these things? Where do they go?
It's going in the back of your car.
Oh,
Let's
great.
go this way.
That oak. Good boy.
Say bye-bye.
In the door.
Say bye-bye.
Goodbye, KitchenAid. I really don't use dishwashers, and I never use that, but all the people that stay here love it. Thank you.
welcome.
I guess we probably have a little bit more to do.
Yes, you're going to learn how to install a new dishwasher right now.
All right.
You're my apprentice. Where's the button? My batteries are low.
Wow, I can't believe you did all that work for one Narragansett beer.
I know, huh?
Didn't you say?
I'm a cheap date.
You said something about installing dishwashers
Yeah, you owe me big time.
last night. You said you installed your last dishwasher 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then you call. I'm like, what the?
Hey neighbor, how about a dishwasher installation?
Okay,
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Chuck.
that's the last one. Absolute last.
You've been in out the door now like 5 times in the last 5
No.
weeks.
Have you ever been in and out the door?
Weather and more with TK and T-Rex.
No.
Well, David, you are July 13th, 2023. South Dennis, the cod is pointing toward the south and it's 89 degrees in the shade here.
It's 89 now?
But we're airing this on the 13th.
Oh,
But you're right, it is the 12th. It's confusing because the forecast is going to be published on the 13th and more is from the day before, which is the 12th. And
I get it.
It's so David, you were in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, in the mid-70s. I went to graduate school there from 1975 to 1979. And there was one day that the weather guy said there was a blizzard, a tornado, and a thunderstorm for the first time in recorded history. And I was lucky enough to be there. I didn't see the tornado. I used to live in St. Louis, and I've seen a couple of twisters, but not that time.
All right, Jim, we're on it. Was there a blizzard, tornado in Rochester, New York in 1976 or 77?
There
Chuck,
was
what do you
a-
think? You buying it?
There was
I need proof.
We need to know.
You'll let me know, right?
And close to the final stop of the day. Any idea where this is? Kind of popular. Even after the best beach time. A hint, it's one of the world's most popular beaches. It's in my hometown and I come here almost never. On purpose. Hey, what's your name? You come here often?
Yep. I got here. I used to come here with the top meteorologist.
How many
in-
phones you get going
in
there?
The Neuros. This is for my buddy who controls YouTube weather.
YouTube
His
weather.
name-
That would
his
be
name-
me.
His name is Timothy Kelly.
Thank you.
We're glad proud of everything he knows.
What a day it's been. I started the day in Weymouth. It was quite pretty. It's hot. It's just perfect here right now. And coincidentally, the last 3 people I talked to on the phone were named Charles. It was Charles Stockdale, then Charles Orloff, and what's your name?
Charles Brown.
The third Charles.
No, I'm not a third. I'm a junior.
Chuck. Charles O.
I'm
Brown.
I'm your high school friend from Cape Cod,
And your dad's name?
Charlie. He was your school teacher at Cape Cod Technical High School.
Charles Brown was my teacher at Cape Cod Tech in 1979.
You
He
dated
taught me
us.
how to use the A.B. Dick printing press.
Did he?
It's the truth. 7 o'clock, the beach is packed. I could make a video of all the people, but the clouds have my attention. Cirrocumulus again. That means there's another big weather system headed in our direction. When you see those kinds of clouds, it means there's a major system within about 1,000 miles. Meanwhile, 3 inches under the soil, there could be a treasure. All right, that's it for today. Seriously.